Nick 36 back in TGF Rising. I passed trials after the arranged war that we had recently with WHF Rising. No videos posted. These are our pals, and I didn't want to run our bases in defense on YouTube video. I didn't want to run their bases in defense. I don't know if they're using them again in their other attacks. So as a courtesy to our clan family, no public videos of the arranged war. But we did just come off of and after the arranged war, I got word that I'd passed trials. I'm so excited about that. I think it only took me 11 wars, but I slid through skin of my teeth. So we just came off of a war with ARR WARRIOR2. Picked up a good victory there. Let's jump in here and look at some of these attacks. At the TH9 level, we cleared them out pretty early. There were a few bases that we struggled on. I'll tell you what, I think it may be easier to see here. We did struggle on a few of these bases down low. Took 4 attacks to beat number 26. TC1 pulled it off. Took 5 attacks to clear number 25. Pate Geo, who has also passed trials, pulled that off. And took 4 attacks to pick off number 21. Rispox pulled that one off. You can see he's got a 6-pack in this war. CDAD, I think, and Pate Geo also. There may be others. If I've overlooked your name, excuse me. TC1, a nice 6-pack. I had an attack down low. Pate and Pate Geo and I, having passed trials, picked off the easiest bases, and then I attacked up on a scout. So that'll be a lot more interesting to watch than my 3-star attack. And I'll talk you through how I scouted this base. The first thing I did was find out who was going to attack it later. This I think is their top TH10 base. My initial thought was to try and pull a ground attack up either side of this base, and maybe some heavy tanking and distraction troops, and then bowlers in the CC. Anyway, a ground attack. But going for 1 or 2 stars isn't the goal on our TH10 attacks. We want to clean these up with 3 stars. And Tickle Me was going to come at this in the air. So a ground attack, not going to do him much good. He wanted, obviously, to know what's in the CC. Lucky for me, that's an easy lure. He wanted to possibly enter with some wall breakers in this area after breaking a funnel off of these exposed barracks using Baby Dragon or some minions. So it's important to know if there are the black seeking air mines down here that'll run your Baby Dragon funnel. It was important to know what's going on down here around this builder hut for a wall breaker entry, and obviously what's in the CC. Any other air traps that I could expose would be of value. So let's look at how I did this attack. 2 giants tanking for wall breakers who run in, and getting through the wall was not that important, but now we know what they will target, and they get in just fine. Okay, let's bring in some air troops and see if we can find any traps. The loons down at 6 don't pull anything out. Looks like that's going to be safe. The CC is lured with the hound. Is it completely lured? Not sure. We will find out. With here comes some more troops. There's some giants on the back end. Got some loons out of the CC as well. Good, a complete lure on that. And I've got heroes just to sprinkle in here and see if I can't pick up some more damage. Had I used 2 rages and hasted that core, I might have picked up an additional star. That wasn't priority though, and so it was a spammy attack, but it wasn't entirely spam. It accomplished each of the scouting objectives and got me a star, which just brings home some loot. So now we'll punch out here and take a look at the successful attack. Not war events. Let's take a look at the successful attack. Tickle Me Charms cleans this up. Gets the whole CC lure. Baby Dragon has no problem. Wall breakers in at 6 o'clock, no problem. So you can see how my attack as a scout was partnered with Tickle Me Charms to accomplish his objectives and not my own. That's the whole purpose of a 9 scouting up. We had all of the TH9s cleared by this point in the war, which allowed some of our 9s to attack up a little higher. As a high one of our high 11 attackers, he really didn't have any problem whatsoever defeating this base. Okay, now let's see. Let's do the same thing with number 6. Number 6 had a scout as well. Let's see if we can identify who pulled the scout on number 6. Oh, I'm overlooking it. Here we go. Dylan, one of our new members. Same thing, jumped on voice chat, identified who was going to attack this base, what their priorities were. Very similar. Obviously, the clan castle lure is important on any scout attempt, but then knowing how an attacker plans to come in on a base to identify which traps being exposed are priority is key. So here we have the CC lure. Going to be an air attack following up, undoubtedly. There's some seeking air mines and air bombs coming out. We've got the Tesla farm or Tesla locations being exposed, also a priority. There we go. So now all of the base's defenses are identified. If some percentage can be picked up to get a star for the scout attacker, that's just bonus. And there it is. Okay, let's go watch the successful attack on number 6. And look at there, Tickle Me Charms stayed on voice chat and worked this with Dylan. What was he doing down here? Well, he wanted to get that balloon in, just checking for trouble there against his baby dragon funnel. Gets the wall breakers in behind that giant, going after the enemy queen and an exposed air defense. Going to get the CC. That's a high value kill squad entry on any attack, but particularly with the amount of troops and his heroes that he's able to bring against this base. Going to get a nice deep push from his heroes. Queen's going to pick up the Inferno Tower and pushes all the way to the TH. What a huge push from that kill squad. Knew exactly what he could commit and get by with because of an excellent scout by Dylan. I'm going to speed this up. This base is totally wrecked. So there we go. I haven't done many videos with 9v10 scouts, and then the 11s coming in and cleaning them up. So I wanted to highlight those. Run down here and let's see. We'll show. Let's check some 11 2-star attacks. Nicholas against the number 1 base. Our 10s hitting up to the 11s for 2 stars. If we can secure 2 stars, that's what frees our 11s up to make those 3-star attacks on the 10s. Been doing that quite a bit in our trial wars. So he slips some balloons in and gets makes room for this baby dragon to work. Gets a nice push on the queen walk. She's dragging her healers over this air defense, but they survive long enough to take out the CC dragon and some balloons. She's going to get the Eagle artillery just as it fires off its first shot. The wall breaker fell up there at the corner. Queen walk's still going well. See, I think she's going to push up here and, yes, get the enemy queen as well, just as his bowler kill squad comes in. Look at the size of this funnel now, from 6 o'clock all the way up to 11 o'clock. Jump spell. Here come the Valks charging the core. Raged. They're going to pick up that TH and get quite a bit more. At this point, he's accomplished what he came for. 59% 2-star. Nice attack. See Costilla. This base had, I think, given us a little bit of trouble earlier. I learned a lot in this war on listening to our 10s and 11s plan attacks on these bases, calculating the count of troops and spells and heroes to, when's the Eagle artillery going to open its eye? When's it going to start firing? What do I want to get accomplished before those things happen? Very interesting. For me, I'm not an expert on it, but you can read up about all of that. If it's not something you're familiar with, online, one of the Clash of Clans wikis or forums. Lease with a 2-star, another one of our 10s attacking up for 2. Let's see if she can push. We already saw a Valk charge to the core. In this case, on this attack, we've got a queen walk with a baby dragon back in. Let's see how that goes. I was impressed by the way this wrapped up. She's a skilled attacker, but sometimes you just have to wonder if particularly with these baby dragons and their pathing. I'm not an expert on it. Oh, that one gets 2 seeking air mines there at the same time. Very nice. If you're going to eat 1, go ahead and pick up 2 there near at 9 o'clock. I'm not an expert on pathing baby dragons. The first few structures, it's easy enough to predict, but beyond that, not my go-to strategy. But I like the way this works out in the end. I'll speed the queen walk portion up a bit. Queen gets the CC lure, and just so much damage coming down all at once. At that point, enough troops have been deployed, enough spells with that poison that triggered the Eagle artillery. And so here we have Pain raining down, but she's able to get those bowlers in, and still working on a funnel. It's going pretty well. It's opened up quite big. I got one baby dragon and a freeze left. Freezes the Eagle artillery, and there it is. The TH is down. The percentage is in. That's quite a good attack. All right, Marco. Marco bringing 12 Valks and 12 baby dragons. Working the whole exterior of this base. I think that's about 120 camp space so far. He's got the perimeter cleared, but the Eagle artillery is going to start firing off on this next phase of his attack. Let's see how much more he's able to push in before it goes. Queen's exposed. He's got to jump for the core. Jump placement clutch right there. Valks can't go into either of these compartments on the side. There's the Eagle artillery. The Valks have to go right through the core, and right into the core, and they do. They're in the middle. They wreck the TH. Look at that Expo DPS coming from the backside with the Teslas. If they had strayed to either side, would not have gotten through and into that deep push to the back on that TH. Great attack. Very well done. All right, I'm going to stop this video now in the interest of time and show our TH9 attacks a bit later. Nick36 signing off.